Dads Worldwide. The first word in family management, family budgeting, insurance, bills, food, vacations, research and development, homework, emails, phone calls. Last week we tried to do an oil change and ended up with a new car. Security. Doors are locked, windows shut, house alarm is set. Fingerless gloves. Dads Worldwide. Loyal listeners, possibly you.
Welcome to another episode of Dads Worldwide. We will make you laugh. We might make you cry. Most certainly, somehow, some way, try to make you a better parent. I am your most defamed female host, Brendan. And once he gets it back together, Captain Aviators.
Bullseye, the second most defamed 17-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion, non-jail filtered, quadruple still your blendmaster, ceremonies himself, an ordained minister in the Church of Dudology, an international sex kitten who's also being defamed, Tony motherfucking G. Back once again for the most infamous, most notorious platform to deplatform and defame. Dads Worldwide.
And he is here with his dessert, Mr. Gravity Beard.
The level of ridiculousness around what time we're going to record or if we're going to record or whatever, like all those details.
Yeah.
Every week reaches a new level. Like
true.
a new level.
I got to say, I'm really enjoying it.
Hey, listen, I love a good bit, so I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing out to the listener who doesn't get to witness this because it's all happening behind the scenes. But we keep hitting a new high just for how ridiculous it is. Like it's a complete mystery until I start getting messages like kind of the tone of where the hell are you?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
well,
I saw 25 messages of just questions about if and when we're going to record and what that's going to look like with nothing definitive. In fact, we were supposed to record this time last night.
Yeah, and it was your idea to do it tonight instead of last night.
That was out of compassion for you, because
and I appreciate that.
Right, but the point is, like, that actually never got resolved. The last message from last night was, "I'm still at a birthday party." It didn't say, "I'll be home later, we'll record," or "Let's go ahead and push it tomorrow night." Like there was nothing definitive. I want the listener to know that we've gotten to a point where there's nothing ever definitive ever written to any of us, each other. It's just that all of a sudden there's a link to a stream and we're recording this thing, and everybody just better be ready.
Be on the boat. Be on the boat or you flood away. Like
yes, and to be clear, to state it again, I'm not complaining about that. I like ridiculousness. So
that's how the bit started. It was a joke to begin with, like 2 months ago. We started that with, "Hey, we're down here recording right now." LOL.
Right.
No, now it's actually happening. That's actually happening now. Like literally, here's the link. Why aren't you here?
Yes, the bit has now become reality. And the first time that it happened to this level, to which now we've surpassed again, is whatever, like maybe 3 weeks ago, where you guys literally started recording and acted like I was supposed to know that you were recording, and I didn't find out until 45 minutes in or an hour in. I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I guess
you weren't joking, huh?"
Yeah, I 100% thought you were joking. I don't skip the show on purpose. I like being on the show. but the joke has gotten so ridiculous that you'll start recording in the context of just a complete joke, but it turns out you actually are recording the show.
I feel like you know us well enough that you should just know better at this point.
Well, you know what? That just sounds like a lack of commitment, Chris. And you know who is not lacking commitment? Because with no warning or anticipation or planning behind it, we have a fourth guest tonight.
Well, okay, but and one more thing. Sorry to belabor this. I don't want to delay introducing our fourth guest.
It sounds like you do.
You do.
Okay, fine, I do. Because I feel like I need to make this clarification. The real point that I'm making is that the main cornerstone of this bit is complete confusion.
Yes.
Without the confusion, it doesn't work. The hallmark of this bit is that we've created such a cloud of confusion that none of us really know if we're actually recording.
Yeah.
That's now where we're at with this show. listeners.
just-
So I want you to know, if the show it gets recorded and it involves all of us, because of the confusion around this bit, you should just consider that a miracle.
Yeah.
It has
It-
nothing to do with
we
our
do-
availability anymore. That is not relevant anymore.
Chris just proves more and more that we don't peak in this show. We just keep going. We're to the moon, baby. To the
That's a
moon.
great way to say it.
What I
Yeah.
bring to the table, folks.
And with that, I yield the floor to our.
All right. He's one of our favorite fourths. Our
I
fourth.
agree.
Yeah.
One of our
He's my
favorite fourths.
It,
And he's a chicken that I do not choke. Dr. Chicken.
it is I, the man with the power that makes the other podcast cower.
Oh, jeez.
Dr. Chicken, yes. I am the defamer of defamers. Sorry, Brendan. I know you were the most defamed. I feel for you, even though I'm gonna continue to defame you. And yeah, the planning of this, which I was trying to plan last night, which we have a chat group set up. Chris, this is ridiculous. We have a chat group set up to talk about when we're gonna podcast. And I say, hey guys, I'm gonna be in a hotel these 2 nights if we want to knock a bunch of shit out. So here I show up to a hotel. I'm like, hey guys, you want to do something? And Tony's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, bro, I'm sorry I posted in the fucking chat where we're supposed to talk about podcasting and planning it. My bad. I guess I should have fucking put it somewhere else.
I did not belittle you for putting it in the appropriate place. I was just simply stating that the window in which you placed it could not have been more ill-timed. And that's not your fault, and I didn't blame you for that. The fact that you took it that way.
I am the
tells
10-time
me-
Revolutionary Wrestling podcast champion, Dr. Chicken, and I'm fucking here for it. Let's go.
And that is 7
and
less than me.
listener, can you hear how meta this has become?
Yes.
At this
Like,
point,
we-
the audience is part of the meta. So
For
First of all,
sure.
we have at least 2 to 3 listeners. So I feel like you should be talking to all of them and not just
I am.
a listener.
use their names. Say their names.
Say
Chris.
their names.
I don't want to because I'm afraid I'll defame them.
The Hong Kongers.
But yeah, we have a chat group. That's the sole purpose of that chat group is to coordinate these recordings.
What would we do without that, though? Can you imagine
Probably
the chaos?
in a very organized way. Probably execute
Probably
the show.
very organized.
I don't think so. I don't believe.
Yeah,
that
the
for a
solution has now become the problem, in my opinion.
second.
And you guys have a bunch of listeners in Vietnam, is that right?
Oh man.
Or don't we?
I can try to bring it up here. I haven't
I
checked
wish you
in
would.
a while.
Here we go.
Xin chào.
That's for
What?
you, Vietnamese listeners. I do more.
What?
I do more
What did
for
you just say to them?
Yeah.
Stop
listening now.
No,
Yeah, you
no,
just-
it was nice.
Did you
I
just
was-
alienate the entire country?
No, I was saying hello in Vietnamese.
That's
with my
Chris's
phone.
shtick.
Yeah.
See, I'm
He'd
trying
respond
to
to
give
that,
some
but he's got a
appreciation.
mouthful of fruit.
Stay in your lane, chicken.
Keep them nanners in your mouth.
No, you need to find your own bit. My bit is offending the listening audience from.
I
all
wasn't
points.
offending them. I was appreciating them. I was saying hello.
Oh,
I'm
this
just saying,
this
I
don't-
was
episode,
I was going to welcome them to the show.
it
Keep
reset.
your car well inside those stripes. Don't come over here. Don't come over here.
reset for the month. So we only have, let's see, 25 listeners in United States, 2 in India, and 1 in Spain.
Hey,
Uh,
okay.
So
Well, but we've only dropped one episode.
yeah, it's my fault. I haven't had a chance. I've been quite busy these last week or so, and in fact, the one of the reasons we didn't record last night was because the night before I was up till 2 a.m. in a restaurant redoing their sewer line. So I got about maybe 3 hours of kind of sleep. I don't even know what to call it. It was not great. So by the
You
time,
closed your eyes.
yeah, by the time I got home that night, I messaged you. Well, I messaged you guys. I'm like, I'm not going to be home before 9 for sure, for that birthday party that I went to. And I was just like, yeah, I was going to, and I did say that there's a good, almost 100% chance if we go record, then I'm falling asleep. So, like I did the other, the last time I fell asleep on a stream or
Classic.
so yeah, it was
Well,
pretty fun.
Anyway, you said 2 in India. Namaste.
Namaste. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm
How do
staying
you
in my
say
lane.
Wait. Okay,
Did
so
you
one
do?
in Spain. You already addressed Hong Kong. Who else?
India, 2 in India.
Okay.
Yeah, India's namaste.
Okay, and
1 in
the United States.
25.
I'll cover that one. Howdy, hi, hello, what up, yo, aloha. I think that covers everything.
Word.
right?
You didn't get Minnesota. Do you know how to say hi in Somalian?
Bravo. No, that was
Sorry.
yep, solid.
Or was that too soon?
No, that
Okay.
was
You know,
no.
for
not
the
at
Haitian
all.
population in Ohio, you don't have to accommodate them anymore because apparently they're getting shipped out.
They're shipped
Yeah.
out. Oh, well. Stop eating the local geese. All right.
They're
Right.
eating the cats and the
If
dogs.
they would have eaten the dogs and the cats, they would have been fine.
They're eating the dogs.
Oh my god. Was a crazy time.
When did it stop
It
being
wasn't
crazy?
that long ago. It
Yeah.
wasn't that long.
It was not. Yeah, like a year and a half ago, wasn't it? Or two.
There you go.
Maybe
Here's,
2 years.
here's Somalian.
Not bad.
Sorry. I
Not
should-
bad.
Brendan, I think if you measure it in assassination attempts and in declarations that the war is over, I think people will be able to relate to it better. So I think it's like 6 assassination attempts and like 48 declarations
Yeah, definitely in the declaration.
around there. Yeah.
It's not that we won the like we've declared that we won the war so many times. It's that we've defeated them so many times. Like
yeah.
it's
Completely
just
defeated.
embarrassing. It's embarrassing at this point. Like they
Eviscerated.
Well, I mean, they have no missiles left. So,
Right.
I mean, the fact that they hit Jordan and all those other things with missiles, you just should disregard that.
they don't have an
Right.
air force. They just shoot down our planes.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Well, and the other thing is that Trump is living up to one of his promises, which is we're going to get tired of winning. I'm getting pretty close. I'm close to tired of winning that war.
that is true. I am so tired of it.
He is very
Ah.
prophetic.
Yeah.
But here's the
He
thing,
was right.
Chris. If you say that, you will run dangerously close to saying you want to lose, which we know you can't do. You can't say that.
No,
You
hey
can't
Tony,
give pushback on winning the war.
if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. If we're going to be in the war, I want our boys to win.
I know, and I appreciate the fact
I
that
don't
even
feel
when
like
you
said
don't,
that.
even when
No,
you're
I
not
feel it.
asked, I appreciate that you make that statement. Like, thank you.
Yeah, you guys have even complained that I've interjected that out of context into other conversations, which I
Yeah.
have. I want to make that point clear.
Yeah.
I appreciate the clarity.
Several times.
Yeah,
So many times.
yeah. Like you
Well-
guys have been like, where the hell did that even come from? Why are you even saying that? I was like, 'cause
I'm
I just want to establish that.
I'm sorry that
between
you
that
can't believe
and
the
defaming
pushback.
Erica Kirk, you need to calm down. Okay.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
should
I was
stay
just
in your
gonna
lane.
say- I was just going to say that. Speaking of the Iran war, did you know Erica Kirk? No, never mind. Okay, so
Yeah.
Trump claims U.S. has total control over Hormuz. So not only are we winning, we have complete control of a waterway we have no control over. Yeah.
So, what? Okay, at the basis of the claim, can we actually? I sent that. Should we read the whole thing? Because this was a real message he put out on True Social, wasn't it? Like that. That's a real message
gonna-
from him.
I actually,
Which one?
I actually took it from. I actually took this from an antiwar.com article. Let me see if they actually wrote it in his article.
Well, this
and I
is
heard.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
heard
right here. It's right here. It says the USA has total control over the Strait of Hormuz. I think we will keep it. Our naval blockade is being called by everyone, a wall of steel, and there is nothing Iran can do about it. Oh, that was the beginning. Oh, they didn't read. They have no.
I got
navy,
it.
They have no air force. Their remaining soldiers are unpaid. The IRGC is decimated and fleeing, and their leadership is uncertain at best. They have no money. Their country is shat. All they have is fake news. Oh my god!
Are those quotes from the end of May?
no.
Nope. This was today.
Oh,
Or
how about
yesterday.
that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
and 300% inflation, and getting worse. Iran is all talk and no action. The bully of the Middle East. Oh, that is. Oh God, yeah, they're the bully. They're the one who started multiple wars in the Middle East in the last 30 years. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Don't miss the last part. The last
Sorry.
part's the best.
Yeah, but the bully of the Middle East no longer. Praise be to Allah.
Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump.
Is he writing this shit still? Like, seriously?
That is 100% him. That has to be.
Oh my God.
I heard whatever a couple days ago maybe that he was considering, and somehow he worked in the phrase low key, but I don't remember how. But it was something like he was going to declare victory without a new nuclear deal with Iran. He was going to declare victory just on the basis of them opening up the Strait of Hormuz and removing the blockade. And that was going to be his exit out of the war, his ramp.
The problem with that is
no.
The deal that Iran and Oman worked out included that they would not allow anyone who had to do with the hostilities towards Iran to go through, or any ship going to Israel, or any ship that's benefiting the United States. So like the whole deal that they were trying to work out, I'm not sure if they 100% did it, but that was the thing that they were trying to do, is basically to exclude anyone that attacked them or helped the United States attack them and Israel. So if that's the case, the strait may be open, just not to us or anybody that likes us.
The thought that we own the Strait of Hormuz when we can't even keep a fucking Walgreens open in Chicago is fucking hilarious. First, second, like the whole like when he's like praise be to Allah, all I can picture is he's trying to sell a building or a timeshare to the Ayatollah. Like somewhere, like he's like, hey, praise be to Allah. Like this is a real estate deal that's about to happen. That's all I can think.
Have you met Allah? He's wonderful. He's amazing. Love him. Great guy. Tremendous.
I know him. I've met him several times. Have you?
So many times.
No?
Have you? No. Yeah. That's why I'm a VIP. And you're a loser. Yeah. You're fake news.
Do you want to see my golden Trump? I have a golden penis too.
Use my golden toilet. He's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Hey, that golden toilet's yours, Brendan. You deserve it.
Oh man, can't wait. Let's see. Oh, he claimed on Wednesday. Yep. So that was today. Total control over the. Yep. So Trump's post came as Reuters reported that traffic through the strait fell to a 1-week low on Tuesday, with just 8 ships transiting the waterway that day, below the recent average.
He's
of
like, traffic's down. It's amazing. No traffic. Crime is down. Traffic's down.
Right.
Yeah, you see
traffic crisis.
It's
so
easy and peaceful going through there now.
So that's the question. If you're claiming that you have complete control of the strait and it's at a new low.
Well, Brandon, we had a traffic problem in the Strait of Hormuz. It was so busy. There's so much oil going through there. I had to slow it down. It was crazy.
I had to slow it down. Yeah, it was just too much.
You ever been through LA? It took like an hour to get 2 miles. Like,
have you been through the strait recently? You should check it out. We've put in 5 roundabouts, a 3 Starbucks.
roundabout.
We got flock cameras coming up.
I've got my pool people working on the color of the water. It's going to be tremendous.
As long as you don't at it. Below the recent average of 12. Before the war, somewhere between 130 and 140 would cross the strait each day. So the report said that 7 of the 8 vessels entered the Persian Gulf through the strait on the side closer to Iran's coast, suggesting they received Tehran's permission to pass. According to media reports, a potential deal on the table between Iran and Oman would involve inbound vessels crossing the strait near Iran, while outbound vessels would transit near the Omani coast. Iranian officials said that a deal with Oman wouldn't automatically open the strait at all to traffic, open the strait to all traffic, and have laid out several conditions for the U.S., which was essentially the same as those the U.S. initially agreed to under the U.S.-Iran MOU signed in June. Those conditions include the lifting of the U.S. blockade, on Iran, lifting the sanctions, and an end to Israel's war in Lebanon.
I lifted a whole blockade on my own. What did you do today? Gain.
Okay,
Well-
so I guess at least we're in good shape for the midterms.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
This is an old joke, but I'm still very annoyed that we are so focused on the Straits of Hormuz and not the Gays of Hormuz. They're totally being ignored. It's not
Yeah.
fair.
The
My
gays of
LGBT
Hormuz,
LGBTQ
totally-
friends out there, I got you.
yeah, they are the most defamed group right now. The gays of Hormuz,
Yeah.
so defamed.
No, they can't be defamed because they're not even talked about, Tony.
That's true.
Exactly.
They've been forgotten.
They've been forgotten.
Yep.
It's
I'm gonna have to make a flag for them. Just gonna add
And they-
another color to the.
They only get a
trans flag.
month. Why can't they get more than a month?
Which month did the gays of Hormuz get?
Yeah.
Whatever month they want, Tony.
Uh,
And it's still not enough.
I just
Never.
I just want our boys to win. Okay.
As do I.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of leaning the other way.
Are you leaning the other way, Brandon?
I'll take from Brandon.
Leaning the other way with it, guys. I don't know.
I don't know, really.
I'm sitting on the fence on this one. I don't
I'm
know.
open-minded.
I don't know. Communism sounds great. Like, we just haven't tried the right one. Like, come on.
Oh,
This episode this shouldn't be A++. It should be Meta ++.
Yeah. So far, this show makes me want to go jump off a boat.
Well, it's funny you should say that. Our next article.
No segue.
Oh, jump off a boat? You mean like Osama bin Laden did?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
He jumped out of a helicopter, apparently.
No. Well, as far as you know,
Debatable.
Yeah.
he's the most defamed terrorist in all of history.
Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to share this thing here.
Just walk right past it. That was
I think
the right choice.
I think I queued him up too early, and then you were like hitting the jabs right away, and
Were you defaming?
Yes.
Yes,
Everybody.
all of it.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
All the defaming.
Defaming. In Inception. There we go.
Hey,
Hey,
move.
it's us.
oh my God, that's
Dear God.
The USS Abraham Lincoln sailors reportedly try to jump overboard.
So
Uh,
why?
Well, several sailors aboard the USS Abraham reportedly tried to jump overboard, fueling concerns about a mental health crisis in the aircraft carrier's 9 month of deployment during the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran. So 9 months out to sea. And it's the time frame you'll see later in the article. Let's see here. So it carries roughly 5,000 sailors and Marines. That was initially expected to be a Pacific deployment.
That is a ton of semen.
I respect that.
The aircraft carrier was later redirected to the Middle East. Okay, we don't care about that. Lincoln's deployment was supposed to end in May, but has been extended with no publicly announced return date. The crews only spent 2 days off the aircraft carrier. Reported the Lincoln had a brief port call in Guam in December 2025 and didn't stop until it reached Oman July 7th.
What?
The 208-day stretch at sea is reportedly a modern record for a naval aircraft carrier. The morale is not good. Bonnie York, whose stepson is on the Lincoln.
You don't say.
Apparently, the ship's doctor or therapist said they need to hit port soon or people are going to start losing their minds. Annabelle Loma said her husband, who's now on medical hold, tried to jump from the aircraft carrier after being repeatedly overextended during the deployment. He's scared, Loma told the Navy Times. He thinks he'll get a dishonorable discharge, and just because he was burnt out, his 13-year career is ruined, just like that. It's not fair. That's not right. It's not what he should be worrying about right now. In a separate incident, another sailor intervened when he saw a shipmate preparing to go overboard. Maria Rodriguez said her husband called out to the sailor before grabbing the person's arm and pulling them onto the deck. 3 other sailors then came over to help. I said, okay, well, so let's see.
Okay, can I pause you real quick? I
Yeah.
got stuck up on preparing to go overboard. What are those steps again?
I mean, I've never been on an aircraft carrier before, so I don't know. But I
just
mean,
want to know what the process is to prepare to jump overboard.
I feel like some of this might be sensationalized. Like just the wording they use does not seem like very direct or honest language.
Go on.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
just the way
news.
they're changing the phrases and using certain words to make you think that these people are jumping to commit suicide or do self-harm or whatever, but like they're preparing to what's preparing to jump, like you said, like what is that? What's that entail? Or is that somebody who's like fucking around on the edge of a railing? Is that somebody grabbing a rope that's hanging over the edge that they probably shouldn't be reaching for? Is that them preparing to jump? Like, you can interpret this from a layman's term in so many ways without being an expert on a ship like this, like to where these are, and this is coming from phone calls to wives at home. Obviously, so far, that's what a lot of this has been reported to be from. So wives are concerned about their husbands that have been out to sea too long. Like, I can see how this could be total bullshit. And maybe, I mean, there's always a little truth to some of these. Like, if somebody did jump, like, I don't want to downplay if somebody's depressed or upset that they're out to sea that long. That's fucked up. But the way the wording of this just seems like something's wrong. Something's wrong with that story and how it's written.
So the other article that I did read, which I can't find now, but they basically said also like there's a food shortage because they haven't hit port for so long that people are eating like a cup of rice a day, which I find hard to believe. That seems
No way.
kind of sketchy to me. But yeah, one person said that they were getting a cup of rice and 2 tortillas, and I'm like, what? I'm like, that's crazy. Like, but also the military's pretty screwed up, like in certain ways. Like, so I'm reaching towards
it's an aircraft carrier. They can bring food in via aircraft.
For sure. I'm just saying
Like,
it's not out of the realm of possibility that they're that fucked up, because
there's not a lot of things I try to stick up with the military or Trump administration on things, but this whole thing sounds bullshit to me. Like the second I heard it, I was like, this sounds so fake and gay.
It does sound suspect. It does sound suspect, but
Does it
what I'm
sound more
saying
fake
is,
or more gay to you? Which one are you sensing more of?
Well, it is a bunch of sailors, so probably more gay, but
well, I'm just saying like,
that they're out there washing decks. bunch of men out there all alone for 208 days.
Fake is bad enough.
Washing decks.
And gay?
Did you see the way he swabbed that deck? Yep.
Looked like he was preparing to go overboard.
You better get in that hole deeper, boy.
Tony won't leave him alone. Do you blame him?
Somebody's got to do it.
It reminds me of the movie Dodgeball, where they have a car wash and the kid is like washing the wheels and the guy's like deeper and he has that pit bull barking at the kid. No, I'm saying, like, after so many years of working for the federal government, it would not surprise me at all if they're this screwed up. It wouldn't. Like, but on the other hand,
a lot is,
yeah. On the other hand, yeah, it does sound pretty suspect. I mean, it's essentially a small city. So the fact that why would they run out of food? That seems like kind of unlikely. But on the other hand, we did, what was it? Was it the USS Abraham? No, Gerald Ford, where there was a quote unquote laundry fire when they tried to send them back out to go back to Israel. And then all of a sudden there was a laundry fire in the aircraft carrier, and
fucking Palestinians did it again.
Some people speculating that it was self-sabotage because they wanted to go to port. So, you know what I mean?
No.
So
Fair.
again, complete speculation. Nothing's been confirmed on that. And then also, they also said they might have been hit by Iranian rockets. But either way. So
That's
That's what
impossible.
it comes
to,
down to.
the Iranians don't have any more rockets, Brendan.
you're right. I'm so sorry. That's been said several times. I should know that we just want our boys to win. I'm sorry.
Do you not?
Like I said, I'm just
can't
kind of
decide.
leaning. Depends on the day.
Yeah.
It's fair.
But yeah, definitely a suspect story, and especially the way it's been written. And apparently, only MSN Now or MS Now. What do they call it now?
Which
MS?
I totally trust.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, the only ones to carry it. So,
Is that right?
yeah, I can't find it. Hold on. Let me Google it. I'll Google machine it a different way here.
If you don't hurry up, I'm gonna
Yeah.
defame you.
Okay.
Like,
It would be
just saying.
Nope, Newsweek had it.
Well,
Brendan
what-
showed us
usually
this
what
earlier.
happens with these articles is one person writes it and then they all share it.
Yeah. So
that's the typical
Newsweek
one.
says the United States Navy denied it today.
Of course.
Huffington
Well, that's
Post said sailors have tried to go overboard amid
Be like, hey
NDT.
Brendan, are you running warships and not feeding your troops and they're jumping overboard?
I mean, yeah. No, I would never do that. I can neither confirm or deny that. What did Donald Trump say about it?
I don't know. I'm defaming you. Okay. I'm going to post this article.
Dirty pirate hooker.
I don't know.
of
The way they
course.
make
Of
it
course the
sound like
Navy's
it's
gonna-
like a,
of course the
it's,
Navy's
they make it sound like it's a floating asylum, right? Like whenever they want to
yeah.
do this, they'll be like to get sympathy out of people. Like this is, oh, we have all these young men, strapping young men, washing decks on this boat for 208 days together, and it's, yeah, it's like what kind of hell scenario can you paint this in to make the administration look bad without making soldiers, and they want to give sympathy to soldiers. Like it's a very, very clean frame narrative. Like we see this time and time. We've seen this several times through COVID, other wars. We saw it in 9/11. Like, yeah, this is. It feels like propaganda.
That's
to me.
true, but this isn't it within the. I guess.
Dude, you know half
Yes.
of those fucking kids on that boat are drinking Monster fucking energy drinks and jerking off every day. Just fine.
No, what I'm saying is like the media wasn't. The media was not against this war. I would say now they more are than they were before, but I would agree with you, but except they kind of want this to happen. This isn't something that they care to, you know what I mean? I guess they want to make Trump look bad as far as like how he's handling it, but they're not against the war necessarily. You know what I
Most
mean?
defamed man on the planet.
I know I am. You don't have to tell me that.
No,
This
don't.
is
you're
the
the
most.
Oh, you're
This
right.
is the most defamed
apologies.
naval vessel in the world. I defy you
It is at the
to
moment.
name another.
It is.
These are the
I hope somebody watches this stream.
No, I hope somebody that watched
He won't.
the review of Dads Worldwide.
I'll just have to label it Candace brings receipts again and he'll watch it.
brings more really brings receipts.
Hunter Biden
like
brings
100%.
receipts to Tucker Carlson.
Hunter Biden. Did you
Yeah,
guys watch
please.
that? I haven't listened to that yet.
No,
I
I watched the
couldn't.
5 minutes of it. I punted.
The hunter
I-
with the hunter, yeah, it was okay. It was
What the
Like,
fuck?
the
What
biggest
is it?
the biggest
what-
bombshell that came out of it was Tucker told him that Israelis were shopping the Hunter Biden laptop story to him, that it was strictly coming from Israelis that were telling him about this laptop. Which that was the biggest
Why?
revelation and thing on there. Well, no, because this is the Jews. Everything's the Jews. So
Wait. So Tucker said that to Hunter?
yeah.
Oh,
So
interesting.
if you, I've known this the whole time, but Tucker and Hunter were friends back in the day, and they talk about it on there. Like Hunter's wife and Tucker went to school together, and they like grew up together and knew each other.
Which, like his
So
current one?
they've known each other. Yeah, I think so. But they've known each other for a long fucking time. Him and Hunter they go way back. They've known each other for decades.
So Bo Biden's wife?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I think they don't talk about it on there, but I'm pretty sure they probably did coke together back in the day.
I was good. I mean, yeah, it would have been a way better episode if they would have, shared
The best,
Coke
the
stories.
better episode I saw was Chris Williamson, modern day. What's his show? Chris Williamson's modern day intellectual or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, he had Hunter Biden on, and a couple other guys, and they were asking Joe Biden, or not Joe Biden, they're asking Hunter Biden about the bag of crack they found. And so, and Hunter was like, no, it wasn't mine. Here's the entrance. I was under Secret Service. Secret Service makes me go through this door. I wasn't even near that area. That definitely wasn't mine. They're like, but do you know who it was? And they're like, who's the list of guys that it was probably like? And it was funny because they were like pushing on him, and he was like, it. He's like, I know where that area is, and it had to be somebody that. But he did reveal something. It was like, if they were using those cubbies where that bag was found, it has to be somebody that had access to the Situation Room. He goes, I'm the son of the president. I don't have access to the Situation Room. I don't use those cubbies. I don't even go over there. He goes, I do use the bathroom across the hall. And so one of them goes, oh, so you go across the hall and have a bump with somebody.
Yeah.
Who'd you have a bump with right before that? Bud?
Yeah. That took the bat. Yeah. Feel like
Modern
you might
Day
have actually
Wisdom,
uncovered it.
Chris Williamson, shout out. It's a great podcast. He's got a lot of really good guests on there. But yeah, it was like a four guests. One of them was a comedian that's on Rogan all the time. I can't think of his name, but it was pretty funny. A little 20-minute clip I watched today. It was pretty good.
Nice. Very nice.
Hunter's been making the rounds and doing a lot of different. He did Sean Ryan. Had a really long episode with Sean Ryan. Of course, this one with Tucker. But all of them are him trying to he's trying to clean up his name. Oh yeah, and he spoke well of Candace. Did he do one with Candace? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, back in May.
A
2
line?
hours. Yeah.
Oh, a podcast.
No, he was a
Yeah,
guest on
right.
her show for 2 hours. I don't.
have done a line.
That guy's a complete scumbag. Why is he making the rounds?
I
What is-
agree. Yeah.
Because
Is-
he needs
is-
money. Because he needs money. He's poor. His family's poor.
So he
Is he
trying to get in.
to make a run?
He's
for
trying to
something?
get into what he sees as the future of the conservative movement. If you pay attention to who he's talking to, it's highly influential podcasters. And so when you think about like the taxes he owes, the debt he owes, and all the problems he has, he wants to be able to curry favor with whoever's powerful leadership in the future. And with Tucker potentially having a run pretty soon, Sean Ryan's got a huge audience. Candace has a huge audience. If he can get on Joe Rogan, which he almost did before his laptop got found, he almost ended up on Rogan. Like he's going to continue doing this to curry favor and to like still be a darling of the left to where he can, but be that bridge to the right. Like that's what he's painting himself out to be. I can see right through it. He's a skeptic.
But who wants to touch that guy? Like not touch him, but I mean like who wants to
Either are accurate.
Yeah, like who would politically even want to side with Hunter Biden at this point?
That's what I
Like
don't
what
get.
he has to be radioactive.
In
Well,
the
no,
age
this
of
is the thing.
flock camelras, could you imagine like walking down the street
Oh
with
my
Hunter
God.
Biden and a flock camera and you're like, fuck, damn it, now they're gonna watch me everywhere I go.
Well, I don't get it
Did
though.
they see the hooker? Did they see the hooker too?
Yeah. Is the hooker alive?
Yeah.
Has the
Quick,
hooker
drop your
expired?
gun in the fucking dumpster.
Yeah. Wipe your laptop. Just kidding. You don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
So he,
I don't.
is he Hunter Biden's married?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's married again.
isn't he married to Bo Biden's ex?
No, I think that ended
They just
and
had a thing.
Oh, it was just a fling.
yeah.
He just banged sister-in-law for
yeah,
a while.
it was post dead brother bang his wife,
Yeah.
whatever syndrome.
He also got
Yeah.
her into drugs.
Oh, that was nice.
Well, I mean, why stop at just banging her? But I don't get this though. Like seriously, this is on the heels of
He's wiener cousins with his dead brother. It's
Tucker
weird.
and Marjorie and all of them, like trying to step outside and go, "Hey, this is the future, revolution." of the Republican Party, and this is what you do in the twilight of that, like Hunter Biden.
But
what the fuck?
Yeah, but why,
That,
I don't
that's the
understand why Candace
opposite.
Owens. Why would
Well,
Candace
you gotta-
Owens?
You also got to
Carlson
look
say
at this as like Hunter
Yeah.
Biden actually has the opportunity to become the Biden when now, because like today, when you
Yeah,
say,
that's true.
have you heard what Biden did? You're not thinking Joe anymore because we're all waiting for Joe to die. But when you hear,
Yeah, there was-
will weep.
There was just a report out that he's got really bad cancer. He's in a lot
Yeah.
of pain.
yeah.
Has for
So,
a
but-
while, but it's not. What was it?
But like
now?
when
It
you
was-
hear what did Biden say, you think Hunter now. You don't think Joe. You don't think.
unfortunately,
Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I don't.
So he's taken the family name now, and so like his dad always had that like thought that he was that middle guy. That's what he perceived himself at, and I think that's what Hunter's trying to do. He says he's not getting into politics or running for any office. He
Yeah,
says that now, but we'll see.
yeah. It's
Well,
no, that's the goal.
I understand what you're saying, but if someone says Biden, I think of Joe Biden. If you say Hunter, I think of Hunter Biden.
Yeah,
But-
It depends on
but that
context.
doesn't
but you
mean-
see-
That doesn't mean you're wrong.
I'm-
He may be attempting that.
I'm saying if you hear that Biden did something, Joe didn't do anything. So
yeah.
like,
I agree.
you're
I know what
bypassing
I
Joe
know what
now.
you're saying, but if someone says Biden, I'm still thinking Joe.
I
Yeah.
am.
I think
I
of
really-
Hunter when someone just says Hunter. If someone says the name Hunter, I immediately think of Hunter. Biden.
I had no idea Hunter was back on the scene until I saw
I
the
didn't-
fact
I
that he
didn't
was on
either.
Tucker's
I
podcast,
didn't either.
and yeah, all I could think about is like, why is he doing a podcast, especially with Tucker? I'm like, I do not get this at all.
I guess I didn't realize they had I guess now that you say that, I remember somebody saying something along those lines that there was a connection. I didn't know what it was, but
I never knew that.
I still don't understand why you would even entertain this when you're trying to establish that you're still very much Republican, but a different and a better kind of Republican. Because this seems like the last thing you should do. You know, the guy that was the face of all the bad things the Democrats were doing when Biden was in office. Like,
the Biden
Hunter was
crime
kind of
family.
the
you
fucking
mean?
face of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I don't,
he
I don't
actually
see
most of
why
it
you would do that.
happened when he was actually vice president. But like
Yeah.
no, but I mean, Tucker still considers himself, well, maybe he wouldn't, but I would say he's still kind of a journalist, right? He talks to anybody. I mean, including
He says he doesn't watch
Russia-
the news.
it went to Russia
Right.
and talked to Putin.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like,
So like, so I get having people on, even though Sean Ryan said he was going to stay out of politics, and then all of a sudden he was talking to Hunter. It was kinda-
Okay, yeah, going there and
So-
talking to Putin, like, but that's a world leader. You're talking about,
Right.
yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah.
talking
No,
about an actual like VIP of world geopolitics. Hunter Biden is the loser, drug-addled son of a disgraced former president that even the people who voted for him, if you really press him on it, don't believe he won.
But here's
Okay.
the problem I had with it is okay, and so I tried to I listened to a few minutes of the Candace interview too, but until I paused it and then read the comments because I wanted to know. And the comments were all exactly what I was thinking, which is Candace and Hunter, neither one of them took Hunter to task. Like they just let him spew lies and the stuff he's been saying for a few years now. Like none of them pinned him down, none of them cornered him on anything. Like what is the point? What is the point? Why do you want to be part of the restoration of Hunter Biden? Why would you even do that? And Tucker, maybe I might understand, especially if they've got a history.
because you're
but
getting
why
paid.
would Candace Owens does almost no interviews, almost none. Why would she want to be part of the restoration of Hunter Biden? Why, if he's going to go on there, why shouldn't she take him to task?
Grift recognizes grift.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know
oh,
if I am the opposite of what you are and I have you on, people are going to be like, what the fuck? And I fell for it. All of them. I watched them all. And then you go, okay, like, is this going to be something cool or is this going to be adversarial and you want to see this? But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you know what it is? It's a big advertisement to get you to sign up to their fucking Patreon. That's all it is. It's grift recognizes grift. and
Game respects game.
it's easy. Yeah, it's easy money for both of them. He
Fair.
gets to save face a little bit, gain a little notoriety, and maybe get a few people to buy some fucking art that he fucking painted that sucks. And then you get a few lefties that go, Candace isn't that bad.
Yeah, good point.
Uh,
Good point.
It's along the lines of Tucker Carlson saying, tonight we dive deep. Tensions are getting high in the Middle East. We've declared victory 67 times. The Strait of Hormuz, is it open? Well, here's Hunter Biden with his 3-cheese linguine recipe. Hunter, what do you got for us tonight?
It was that dick.
I already seen it. It's all good.
Yeah,
I saw
It's
it
all
for
good.
free.
Nope,
just the
not for
tip.
me.
Just the tip.
Yeah.
I almost saw Brent. No.
That was what I was alluding to. Remember, we're being meta.
I was like, shut up, stay meta.
They met up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll
Go
let the
for it.
audience in. Brennan tried to show us his crank before we started recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry,
This
no one
close.
would.
I mean,
no
this
one
this
would've
big. I mean, this close.
It was that.
It's a perfect time for your screen to freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, it did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freeze.
That's right, folks. That was a whole foot. He was showing you one
Yeah.
whole foot.
Wow, chicken, didn't know your arms could spread
It just,
wide.
it just yeah, okay.
It's like it was this big.
Listen, I just want to say this has been probably the funniest 46 minutes so far. This podcast has done in quite a while. So,
For sure.
boy,
Let's keep it going.
let's keep
When
it.
it's been all meta politics, yeah.
Oh, no. We have to. Oh, no, it's only funny for the people actually talking. Right
On the screen, for
You're like,
sure.
this is awful. Who are they talking about? Why do they keep saying that
What
they're
the
famed?
They're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
What are they talking
Who is
about?
this for?
Yeah.
Occasionally we
fun.
do the show for the audience, but mostly we do the show for ourselves.
Oh, that's
That's
what
for
I
us.
thought.
I already said hello in several languages. If you don't like
true.
it, fuck off. Sorry, I just crossed that line.
Yeah.
You only said that in one language.
Yeah.
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 Get on that.
Not inclusive.
Translate. Yeah, we I people have asked me for my podcast link, and I'm just like, you know what? Don't bother.
There's some people you don't want them
Yeah,
to
I'm just like,
less of you, and
It's
you're
not
like,
for you.
you don't want to listen
It's
to this.
it's not for you.
It's not.
You just
for
tell them it's
you.
Linktree/Gravity Beard.
Yeah, that's what I should. And then check out Tony G's OnlyFans.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
I've had that before where somebody was like, "Oh my god, you do a podcast? What are you talking about?" I'd be like, "I don't think I could sit down and have a drink with you. You probably shouldn't listen."
You should not listen. You will hate.
Those are the people
You
I
will hate me.
specifically want to listen.
Listen,
Hey,
it's the same thing I do with customers that call me for plumbing. They tell me like, "Oh, this is a quick job."
No, it's not.
You know what? I'm busy. I'm looking for someone that's affordable. Nope, not your guy.
I'm not your
Oh,
Huckleberry.
so you're weeding out all the people that are like, "I'm cheap.
Exactly. But then also
I'm not
person
going to
that's-
pay my bill. I'm
Yeah,
gonna fuck
that-
you over.
Seriously,
I'm a haggle you."
keywords matter, man. Keywords matter, and I'm telling you, and like people that people that network for me, when they say affordable, I message them and I'm like, don't say that, please. You're not helping me. Please don't tell people I'm affordable. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Because what's the first thing when
Then
comes
you
into
get
your
all the
mind?
cheap
What's,
people. You get the
you're
cheap,
cheap.
people.
yeah, the people think you're cheap, and then when you come back and you tell them like, no, this is how much I am an hour, and they're like, what? Wait, what?
I have
Like-
noticed that just anecdotally, like getting quotes for things done when people advertise themselves as being like affordable and
Yeah,
in cheaper, like, and then I have them give me a quote. Their quotes are usually higher
Well, yeah.
than the people that I expect to get higher quality out of.
yeah.
And so it's super weird. Like, I'm like,
That's why
but
I
I'm,
don't say.
I'm assuming the people that say they're affordable and cheaper charge higher because they have to pay the bills for the people that don't pay them.
Yeah, and that's probably accurate. But competitive, I think, is a better word. And then also, but I think most of all, when someone calls you and tells you, "Oh yeah, for you, man, this job will probably take you an hour." Well, they've already made up their mind, right? They've made up their mind that this job is going to take you an hour.
No, what they've made their mind up about is that they're only willing to pay you for an hour.
Well, yes, that's
Yeah.
but
They-
we're saying the
Here's
same
what they
thing,
did.
different.
They
Yeah.
got on Chat GPT and said, "How long's this project going to take,
Yeah.
and what's the average labor of a plumber to get this done?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they kind of ballpark it. And like I do that same thing. So I need to get concrete poured in my garage. We did a pole barn garage, but I didn't
Yep.
put concrete down first. I just did gravel. I'm like, well, I really want concrete in there. And so I researched like what's the cost of the concrete for 36 by 36. I want this for a driveway, this for a driveway. I want all this. So I know the concrete alone is going to cost me 15 grand. But I
Yeah,
also
well-
know you gotta scrape that, and you got to make room for all of it. You got to rebar everything. You got to make drainage pipes. Like I know there's a lot in there.
That's a lot of
And
work.
so it is a lot of work. And so I use ChatGPT to kind of go, okay, like what's low range, high range. And and then when I called a couple guys for estimates and when they gave me their estimates, be like, hey, here's kind of like my low and high of what I thought would come in, like where you at with it. And yeah, like most of them are kind of in the middle with it. There was
Yeah.
one guy that was super low with it. I might go with him, but I'm afraid he's gonna do a shit job if he's coming in that low.
Well, honestly, the lowest bidder scares me a lot of times.
Well, he
Because-
was like $3,000 lower. That's what scared me.
$3,000. I had one guy who was like 10,000 lower than the bid.
That would
and,
really
like,
scare me.
I was like, whoa, and I almost hired him too. And he
They all
he
came in
goes-
at like
he actually
26,
ghosted me.
25, 24, and then one guy came in at like 20,500, and I'm like, "Are you doing it all yourself?" Like, it's
like, what's
like-
happening here? Do you not have a crew? Yeah. So
Doesn't it partially depend on how busy they are at the time?
that can be a factor for
It
sure.
can
Like sometimes companies like there's a heating company.
Well, and it's a quote too. It doesn't mean that's what they're going to charge you.
Well, that's true. I mean, most people try to stay within.
I paid an extra $8,000 to put up
Yeah.
my fucking garage from what they quoted me.
Yeah. I mean, like sometimes it happens. And, but I think if you're a good contractor, then you're going to like see that it's going to cost more and you're going to inform the customer midway through. Happy like, hey, listen, we didn't plan on that, but we need to do X, Y, Z. And this is what it's going to cost extra because of this reason that we could not foresee. You know, that's different. Instead of another customer be like, well, that's extra. And, that's it. But, but even me as a contractor, hiring people and getting multiple quotes, it's still hard. It's hard to gauge that. It really is hard to gauge that. But Chris, as you said, so a lot of companies, if there's a lull in business, what they will do is they will take jobs at bottom dollar just to keep their guys busy, to keep cash flow coming in, and to keep,
Right.
Yeah.
they're not going to really make any money off that job necessarily, but they're going to keep their guys working. They're going to keep their guys on payroll, which I respect that.
Otherwise, they're going to jump off the fucking ship. You got to keep them busy.
Right.
yeah, you just never know.
Yeah, you lose
They'll have to
guys.
swab that deck extra hard. So
They'll be eating a cup of rice a day if you keep that shit.
and two tortillas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 tortillas.
No protein.
Like
Yeah.
taco flavored kisses and soda pop. My name is Jennifer Lopez. No, sorry. South Park, the throwback. Sorry.
Mr. Hanky.
Where did everybody go?
I don't know. Like all of a sudden,
Right here.
everyone
What is going
left.
on?
I'm still
Yeah.
here.
Chris is like, he's
Oh.
just putting on a
Chris
sweat.
got
A little
cold.
chilly. Yeah, he's
Yeah, I
in
got
Dallas.
chilly.
It's only 102.
I know, but my AC is pumping.
I
It is.
believe you.
I'm
I don't
actually
think
getting
it's-
some rain here. Too bad I'm 3 hours from home where I need the rain.
I had to in the last few years I had to replace most of my HVAC units, so now it really works
That's
works
good.
well.
It really blows.
Yeah, it completely blows. Mhm.
All right. I did have another article. What did I do with it?
I don't know. What'd you do with it, Brandon?
I don't know what I did with it.
Did you leave it on the shitter?
Did you know that Turkey thinks that Israel faked Iran Trump plot to derail diplomacy?
Are we talking the plane, like the plane bombing plot that Trump got into a truck, took a different plane, and now we're supposed to like try to dissect this whole thing? Is that what we're getting at?
I believe so. Turkish officials suspect that an Israeli intelligence report about an Iranian plot to assassinate President Trump at NATO summit in Ankara. I don't know how we say that. Last month was a ruse designed to derail diplomacy between the U.S. and Iran. Do they really need that much to derail diplomacy?
No, they just have to bomb Lebanon.
Yeah, I don't like so. Yeah, I mean, normally I would probably agree with this, but I'm just
And
like,
no reason to get clever. Just launch
yeah,
more
I mean,
strikes from
diplomacy
Lebanon.
hasn't been happening. Have we seen what's been happening in the last couple months?
Yeah, at the moment, there's nothing to derail.
Yeah, there's really not much at all.
So like
wa-
we've seen these happen before. So I'm assuming we're talking about the story that came out to where Trump got removed from Air Force One.
So the Washington Post first reported on Monday that the U.S. thought there was a credible enough threat against Trump that he secretly swapped planes when he departed Turkey. The president flew into, how do we say that? Ankara? I don't know. On a new version of Air Force One donated by Qatar. The new version, but made a public show of departing on the older Air Force One, saying he was doing so for old time's sake. What? Okay. According to the Post report, after boarding the older Air Force One, Trump was then moved to the third plane, an Air Force C-32A, via a catering truck. Some White House staffers and reporters on the older Air Force One thought President Trump was also on board as they flew to the UK, making them unwitting decoys. Oh, God. Can you imagine finding out? They're like, oh, they thought they were going to throw a bomb at you, and you were just left there.
Right. Well, so that's one issue I have with the story. The other thing is it starts with Israeli intelligence.
Yeah.
Right? Can we really rely on
back
that?
to the Jays?
Yeah. And then I think it's funny because the liberal media's response to this was to be outraged by the deception, which is ridiculous because they all know that there's precedence for this. Of
course.
Like, so David Axelrod or whoever.
Like, would it matter? Yeah, it's like one of those. Would it matter if he was on the plane or not? Like,
yeah, so they feigned.
Why wouldn't you save us reporters too? Put us on the truck with you, Donald Trump.
Right.
I want to be on the catering truck. I want to be on the catering truck.
But it's one of those things where it's not really a story.
It is kind of a story because Turkey is calling out Israel's stupid intelligence reports, right? Like it is kind of a story.
Well,
kind of.
So that no. So, okay. So correction. So that part of it actually is the story, in my opinion. That's the story.
Yeah.
But the part that I'm criticizing is the left media being outright outraged by this deception stuff, and you're like, this is just basic Secret Service, procedure under a certain. This situation. There's nothing out of the ordinary about this at all. In fact, I'm sure it's happened more frequently than this, but they cited a time in 2000 when Bill Clinton did something very similar. So I just hate it when they act out.
George Bush during 9/11, they put him in the back of a furniture truck during 9/11 to move him around Texas.
Yeah. Well, they're saving POTUS. They're not saving anybody else. That's who they're going by.
Are you telling me that the reporters from CNN are not as important?
Yeah, they're fake news.
But I think the part you key down on, that's the story. The rest of it I just think is ridiculous, and they're just embarrassing themselves when they say stuff like that.
Yeah, so I think this is what the article was kind of pointing out, was that Turkey suspects that Israel fabricated the actual assassination plot to derail U.S.-Iran diplomacy. I'm not sure it was really to derail U.S.-Iran diplomacy, but I'm sure they fabricated that assassination plot. They blamed the Butler, Pennsylvania one on Iran, if you do remember that.
And Trump basically said he believed that.
Yeah, hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line,
Right.
and sinker, he believed that. And I'm just like, the FBI? You mean the FBI that helped do Russiagate? They told you that it was Iran? Oh, okay. Like, are you kidding me?
Tony G went back in time.
Hey, Tony. Wow. Looking good, buddy.
Put some headphones on that kid. Get him on the show.
Yeah, why is he muted? Oh, no, he's not muted anymore. Hey, how's it going, Tony? How you feeling?
But he can't hear us.
Oh, he can hear us. He can hear us. All right. Get closer to the mic. No, where are you going? Don't do that. Don't do.
How does he hear you? Doesn't Tony listen through his AirPods?
He must have turned AirPods off.
Do you know what I think this whole thing is?
What's up?
This isn't. Oh, hold on.
Oh, hold on. Here we go.
Little Tony's back.
Hey, little Tony G.
What's up,
What's
dude?
going on, buddy?
Tiny Tony.
Tiny Tony. I like it.
It's Tiny T.
That's other Tiny Tony. Oh, he's got his
there-
earpods.
see? So he's got the earpods.
Yep.
There we go. Captain Aviators is back. What do you got to say to the world, buddy?
Yes. You
Falling
gotta
back.
talk. You gotta talk. It's
Yeah, this is an audio. This is an audio
people can't
platform.
see you wave.
Donald Trump is the best, by the way.
He is. Okay.
Is he?
All
Is he?
right. What
Yeah.
makes
What do you
it-
think?
what makes
What's he
him
the
the
best at?
best?
He said,
Yeah, what makes him the best?
ow.
Ow. Oh. What
I
did you?
just want his hot takes on Erica Kirk.
Yeah.
Check I can see that.
Is there more
Bye.
naked kids back
Is he
there?
gonna defame her?
He's gonna do a
I hope so.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, you're hiding. We can still see you. I can still see
There's a
you.
gremlin down there.
Yeah, he is. There he is. Oh,
All
there's
right,
another
now,
one. Oh.
now that my kids are out the room,
Oh, thank you.
This is what happens when you give kids water after midnight.
Get closer to the mic. He can't hear us. Get
Yeah.
closer to the mic.
It's either what happens when you give kids water after midnight or you don't give Tony liquor before midnight.
Yeah, that's accurate.
These are the symptoms.
Hey, you're gonna knock that painting off the wall. Careful.
Yeah, it's moving.
Yeah, talking to the mic.
Talking to the
hear hot
mic.
takes on Erica-
Here we
Erica
go.
Kirk. Who really killed Charlie Kirk?
Yep. That's a little bit of a deep question. Hey, what sport are you in right now?
I'm so confused.
I'm very
They're
confused.
talking
Oh.
to you, dipshit. Jesus. You have the personality of a potato.
Talk to us like you talk to your friends on video games.
No. Don't do that. Don't
Yes,
do that.
Let's do it. Put it into the
Don't do
microphone.
that.
Step up to the mic.
Okay. Come on.
I know you've got hot takes. Let's hear them.
Give
Yeah.
me that.
Yep.
Oh no!
Wait a
come
second.
on.
Wait a second. That's not Tony.
Hey, what's the greatest song in the world?
Oh,
Yeah, what's the greatest song in the world, Striker?
Tom Petty, Free Falling.
Can we fix it?
It is not Bob the fucking Builder. Get out.
Oh my god.
Bob the
Tony,
Builder.
you have failed as a father.
Yeah.
That song, Eminem.
We've never even watched Bob the Builder. Why would you say that?
Eminem.
Give me that.
Real Slim Shady.
He doesn't know Tenacious D yet. Damn
You
it.
got mom spaghetti on your shirt?
It is.
Yep.
Okay, what? Get out.
Okay. Anyway,
Yep.
so back to
Out.
the story. So what I think
don't
this whole Donald Trump plane thing is, we've seen this before. This is where they like sneak out like information and only tell certain people bits and pieces of it
Yeah, of course.
and let it get leaked out to see who the leaks are. Because this whole story
Ooh,
is fucking stupid. You know, one, there nobody. So he was leaving a NATO summit. Do you think anybody's gonna fucking try to shoot down fucking Air Force One out of a NATO summit? They would never go on a flight path or go anywhere near anywhere that would cause any fucking harm. Like that's not a thing. That's well thought out of,
Israel might do it.
dude. Like is like as much as I want to blame Jews for shit sometimes, no. Like this is not a thing. NATO, like, could you imagine if Air Force One got blown out of the fucking sky leaving a NATO summit? You want to end NATO? That's the fucking way to do it. It's over. What the fuck?
California's joining NATO.
Well, you can't even fucking have NATO if they can't protect fucking people flying in and out of there, especially the U.S. president. That's the whole fucking thought is ludicrous. It shouldn't even fucking enter your brain as a plausible fucking scenario. And then to say it was going to be the Iranians. So they leaked this shit, sell you some ridiculous fucking story about how we crept him into this bus and moved him back around. This story actually came up 6 months ago about George Bush during 9/11, where they actually moved him around in a furniture truck in Texas to make sure he avoided detection. They didn't have a big convoy in the middle of the 9/11 shit when they were trying to get him back to whatever base in Texas they were going to hide him out in. And like that came out 6 months ago, and now all of a sudden they're like, oh, let's use that as a plot for this fucking story and see who leaks this shit. I seriously think it was just a fucking leak to see who they need to get rid of, who they need to fire. Because the whole premise of the story is fucking stupid. And I'm the guy that thinks security is fucking stupid. I'm the guy that tells you that, like, security is not good, that Secret Service is not good, that, like, protection details are not good. I'm sorry. We have so many goddamn fighter jets and air superiority over goddamn locations, and we don't let things fly in miles away from airports that surround NATO leaders of the world. They're not going to be able to shoot a fucking missile at Air Force fucking One. It's just not something that's going to happen. This whole thing is fucking stupid to me. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just want to say this is two things conspiratorial that Chicken has poo-pooed in one episode.
I know that's all we've discussed so far is non-stories.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
I know. I feel like I'm taken aback.
Yeah, taken aback.
Yeah.
Well, I poo-pooed him in the best way possible because I made you go, well, yeah, that sounds fucking stupid.
Yeah, but I haven't checked with Candace yet, so I'm just gonna hold off.
Hold on, Baron Coleman's gonna tell you about fucking.
Yes, yeah, that's accurate.
He's gonna have an episode about Ron Paul tomorrow. Just wait.
Oh, I like Ron Paul. He's fantastic.
I know.
Did he shoot Charlie Kirk? Yeah, I mean, it is stupid, but then also Israel is really good at doing stupid things and giving bad information to our government, and they follow it. I mean, look at the Iran war. So
it's not bad information, it's strategy, Brendan, that they're giving to
shut
us.
Up. You want our boys to win.
Want the boys to win.
No, I really, yeah. So, I mean, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that they fed him bad information. So I get what you're saying, Chicken, but I also think that our government's dumb enough to believe shitty information.
To an extent, I think we're good at taking shitty information and knowing that most people are stupid and using it.
I'll have you know 50 intel officers says that is Russian disinformation.
Yeah, and, well, Dr. Fauci got away with it. So
he did. He's the science.
He hadn't gotten away with it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Definitely has.
What is he gonna do? I mean, yeah, I mean,
he
really,
got
ultimately, he got away with
to.
it. Yeah. What is it?
He got away with it in the 80s. He's getting away with it now.
You know what? Not very many
decade
people, not very many
champion
people know
of
that.
not
Chicken.
being held accountable.
No, that's true. Most people don't know about the 80s.
Correct.
And
They don't.
yeah, they don't know about the 80s and the fact that there was a cheaper medication. Dallas Buyers Club. There's a movie about it. Dallas Buyers Club, where it's
RFK
actually,
Jr. wrote a book about it. Like RFK Jr. never got sued over it.
yeah, there's a reason for it, right? Yeah. But I mean, even like if you don't like reading, watch Dallas Buyers Club. The bad guy in that movie is the FDA or and the NIH. Like those are the bad people. There were drugs out there that were helping people with AIDS, and they were not allowed to be sold in the United States. So like it was available to them. It's almost the same thing that happened during COVID.
Out of everything after COVID happened and everything settled down, and like we all tried to get our bearings back with us, the one thing I knew, like when Dr. Fauci came out and the news was telling us, and I knew it was true, and I knew we were back on track, was when they told us that monkeypox had nothing to do with being gay. Sorry,
It was-
I could not keep a straight face on that.
It was pretty hilarious that how quickly that died. Where for like 48 hours they were like, you gotta watch out for this, and then everyone was like,
They're like, it's
What?
not a gay disease,
We're
and then
totally
everybody's like, everybody gets on the internet and they're like, who's got monkeypox? Oh, 8 gay dudes. That's it.
That's
8
it.
gay dudes in the U.S. have monkeypox. That's it. Okay, yeah, it's a gay disease.
Would you
Like,
rather
that's
have
it. It was over.
9 or more? You homophobe.
But and that's a funny thing. Like when we were growing up, at least when I was growing up, like they scared the shit out of you. Like you were gonna get AIDS, you're gonna fucking die if you had sex with a woman. And now, if you look at all the
Dude, it was that way when me and Tony were growing up too. Like we were fucking definitely afraid of fucking being
yeah,
around people.
but look at
I think you need to clarify the statement you just made, chicken.
but now just watch the big pharma commercials about AIDS medications and who is in those commercials.
It's
all-
all fucking gay dudes.
It's all gay. Well, it's gay couple.
Heterosexual
Yeah,
married couples.
It's like
half-
75% gay black dudes. Okay, I'll be very specific. 75% gay black dudes. You'll get a one token white guy, a token white girl, and then it's like once in a while you see a black chick. Usually there's not a black chick in there, and if it is, it's a doctor.
like I didn't like it didn't even dawn on me. It took a couple times where that commercial came up and I'm like, wait a second, they're talking about AIDS still, and like these are all gay couples. Like I was told in my youth that everyone was at risk. Everyone was at risk.
Right.
Oh no.
Can we talk pharmaceutical commercials? Have you guys been seeing the commercials about how devastating the story is? Like the guy sitting there, it's black and white, and he's like, you know, I came home from work one day and I got kind of itchy and it was pretty rough, and I got really hot and I had a fever and I felt really uncomfortable and I didn't sleep very well that night. And I found out I had shingles. You're like, the fuck?
You have
Like
chicken pox?
And then they go through this like whole dramatic thing. And he's like, this is my shingles story. You're like, dude, it's your shingles story? You know how many people I know that have had shingles? It lasts like a couple fucking weeks. You take medicine. It hurts like hell. Yeah, I fucking get it. But you know how many fucking kids out there have a fucking real disease? You cunt. Like, this is my shingles story. What the fuck are we doing as a society? Like, how are we allowing this on TV right now? Have you seen this commercial? Do I need to pull it up?
I have not seen it, but I think what's even better. What's even better? Do you remember restless leg syndrome?
Oh my god!
Kinda.
They had a pill for restless leg syndrome, meaning you just occasionally kicked when you were sleeping and it woke you up. like
Get that
We
man
need a pill. We need to stop what
Yeah.
you're doing. We need a pill.
Oh, and better yet, I actually took a screenshot of it. It's the Gates Foundation talking about mosquito bites and how half of the people that have died in the world has been because of mosquitoes.
Well, yeah, from malaria because we don't have enough nets.
but they're talking about, I'm sure they're talking about, didn't Bill Gates invest in a company that was trying to use mosquitoes to inject people with vaccines? Am I misremembering that? Or is that a conspiracy?
That might be a conspiracy. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. I swear to God, I read that somewhere or heard it on a podcast.
No, he was. You talking about how he's supposed to basically trying to eradicate mosquitoes?
No, they were like, there's a company out there that is trying to use mosquitoes to inject people with things.
I really hope my share screen works on this and my internet's not so terrible. I hope all the kids put their shit away today.
Well, if nothing else, you can send it to me and I can try to share it. I'm gonna talk amongst yourselves. I gotta pee. Tony's already disappeared, so I might as well too.
Okay.
I'm still here for you, chicken.
Do you know about the shingles commercial that I'm about to
No.
blow
I don't know
you
anything
guys'
about
mind with?
shingles except that it's much worse adult chicken pox.
Yeah, but it's not going to kill you. It's not a death sentence. It's not this like scary fucking thing. Like I get the older you are, but you know, everything is scary the older you are. Like, fucking Christ, like people. It
But
just
how
blows my
serious and
fucking
painful
mind.
is shingles?
It blows my mind. Like we talk about how like as a younger kids that they're also goddamn coddled and feel like, or they have to have this like victim mentality. It's infected boomers too. Boomers have just as much of a victim mentality now as our kids do. I feel like there's like this middle generation to where we're trying to fight it. I find myself playing a victim card once in a while, and then I have to be like, I have to fight it off. It's like this fucking weird energy. I have to be like, no, I'm not a victim. I can fix this. Like, I have to like fucking throw down and like fight myself on this because it's such an easy thing to just fall into. But I feel like boomers have just started accepting it because they're all about to fucking die because they're all old. And kids just don't want to do anything. And they don't know how to fight for anything. So I don't know. I feel like that victim culture is just about to completely take over. I'm standing up. I'm fighting the good fight. But God, when I see shit like this, it just drives me nuts.
So you don't think it's a leftist disease? You think it's a generational disease?
Well, no, it's propagated by, I don't necessarily, yeah, it's probably a leftist thing. Like, I don't know who's pushing it, but yeah, it makes sense that it'd be a leftist thing.
What's that? Big pharma?
No, just this claiming you're a victim.
Like the victim mentality. Because I was telling him boomers are victims now too. Like it, I'll do the quick explanation. I feel like us, like middle generation, like Gen X, millennials, like are still trying to hold on to like not being a fucking victim. Boomers gave up. They're all about to die. They don't give a fuck. And all the younger people are all victims. Basically, is kind of what I said.
Yeah.
I sent you.
Is there a correlation between?
I sent you the video link
generations
for
having
this video I've been talking about. Hold on, Tony. We got to watch this.
Yeah.
We got to watch this Shingles commercial.
Okay.
Although I do want to
I
hear
gotta
Tony's
prove-
question.
I gotta prove my pharmaceutical fucking victimhood mentality point because this is one of the most ridiculous, fucking retarded advertisements for pharmaceutical drugs ever.
Okay.
Boy,
It
this thing
drove
better
me.
deliver after all that
It
wine.
drove me utterly
Yeah.
insane. I could not believe how overly dramatic this fucking thing was. We have like kids that have all kinds of problems and diseases and other issues, and we're worried about this guy.
Yeah, we got to make sure more kids have issues.
Did you find it. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's somber.
I got to get on there and play. Oh, here we go. You hear it?
It was different.
Oh yeah.
Experienced before, and it was really uncomfortable and really painful.
That was the super short version. They have like a fucking minute and a half long one.
I want to see that one.
I Well, I'm trying to fucking find the super long one. I thought that might have been it, but
Yeah, 15 seconds is enough. I want 90 seconds of that.
was that not enough to fucking
You don't
feel how
want
fucking
90
retarded
seconds,
that is?
Chris.
You get a
You
rash.
don't know my
You know what
hell.
shingles is? It's a fucking painful rash on your skin that you take a pill and it fucking heals up in a week.
Well,
You don't know their hell, chicken.
it's technically I think it's technically the chicken pox, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So
In a
know
nutshell.
Dead shingles.
what's that?
Anybody know anybody who's had shingles?
I don't- I've
think-
I've known some people that have had it, some outbreaks. Yeah.
What? Tell me their story, Brendan. How traumatic was it?
I
They
don't-
got shingles. It hurt. They went to the doctor and got meds, and I think that was the end of the story.
No,
Yeah.
I want their story. Tony, you deserve to have a story. When
I
you
didn't-
are hurt and you
Oh.
are uncomfortable and you feel itchy and painful and you have a fever and you don't sleep at night, you need to be able to have a story to tell in black and white with dramatic music.
Do you remember Grumpy Old Men? Where they're
Yeah.
they're comparing
Exactly.
diseases in the bait and tackle shop. And they're like shingles.
Yeah.
I had a bout of hemorrhoids. I couldn't shit right for a week. Or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like when somebody tells me that they got fucking gall or fucking what are those kidney stones?
Yeah.
That sounds way worse.
Yeah.
I
That's
would like give
that's
me a
horrible.
black and white vignette of somebody telling me how they had to pass a kidney stone when they were pissing. I feel bad for them. I will watch that vignette and I will pray and I will have a drink and I'll toast to him because that sounds fucking awful.
No,
This
I'd
is the
rather
weirdest
hear.
episode we've ever done.
it's
It
totally
might be
totally. It's
By a
so ra-
mile.
it's the
the
most
horror stories of a botched vasectomy. No, definitely shingles guy. You got it's shingles guy. Worst
it's
fucking story of the year.
it's
Yeah.
definitely-
This is why I'm your
Graphic
favorite
memory.
fourth, okay? I'm sorry.
it's definitely the most random I think show we've ever done.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm your favorite fourth for a reason.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's lots of reasons for that.
So I have not been on a podcast in like 2 months. This is Tony's fault, by the way.
No, you've been here more recently than
Well,
2
I
months,
don't
haven't you?
don't think we want to go there.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
Yeah.
We don't.
I don't think it's been 2 months since you've been on.
Maybe.
It
Probably
might
close.
be like between both of us, we've been pretty fucking busy. Like both of us tried to line shit up. It just hasn't worked. And then
Yeah,
No.
no, nothing is
birthdays happen, holidays happen, and then
you know,
summer happens,
shingles.
and yeah.
For sure, shingles.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you my story about shingles.
Erectile dysfunction. Got to get in a bath.
yeah. My
Wait, what?
ED got in the way a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'll happen. So no, I was going to pose this question: is there a correlation from the victim mentality and the resurgence boom of video games? Because I think
Is there a resurgence?
well, no, because okay, so like if you remember back when video games first hit the scene, they almost fizzled out and fucking died. But it was that next generation and more like RPG style video games on the earlier consoles where you could where it wasn't just blocks moving on a screen and people could more see themselves and align themselves with the character. So the story of the character of the game they were playing became their story, right? And I think as video games kind of progressed, we saw a lot more progression of victim mentality arise. And definitely we as a society, we coddled that for sure in a lot of different ways. And I always thought it was weird that there was maybe, is it a coincidence? Because you could say the same thing about movies, but movies have been around way longer. So why wasn't there that mentality then? Why would it be something along the lines where
it's the interconnectivity that we had? So it like video games
that's
is a
what I'm
really-
getting at. Yeah,
it's a really good like progression of things. So like you had Pong and single like consoles to where it was you and your brother at home on one TV playing against each other. And then it advanced to like LAN systems to where like the original Xbox or even some early PCs, you could do LAN games, but you're still in the same building. And you weren't really doing anything like outside of the house. Then all of a sudden you start getting internet games, and you had like games like Halo and Black Ops to where you're playing with people all over the world all of a sudden. Because like I remember doing LAN parties when I was a kid, but all your friends came over, and you would have like 8 kids playing on 2 Xboxes in one house and having a fucking blast. But you're all fucking friends. And then you all stop playing, you come up and you eat some nachos and fucking bullshit and still play together. And then all of a sudden you separated, and you didn't have to have that conflict because you were talking shit to each other in your headphones. But I knew Brendan is upstairs playing with 3 other guys, and I'm downstairs playing with 3 other guys. And if I talk too much shit, I still have to go upstairs and face Brendan here in a few minutes. But the second we separated and went Wi-Fi or like went full on internet, and I didn't have to face him anymore, that's when language changed and how we reacted to people online changed. It was like the earliest version of social media today, to where like everybody hides behind shit like that.
Yeah,
and so gamers experienced it early. And kind of what Tony's alluding to on this victim thing is like, so gamers experienced it early, so they were prone to it. And then it's the gaming community built out. So you had Gamergate, where women started getting more involved, and like people tried to join in on the community because they saw the fun. Well, then they ruined it because they started doing the "how dare you" and they started tone policing and all this shit. So everything video game wise happens before social media, happens before everything. And like porn and video games are the first 2 things to experience everything. Porn's pretty much dead. It's all free now. And that's what video games are about to be, because they've overcharged and oversubscriptionized fucking everything. And now AI's come out to where you can fucking code your own game within 30 fucking minutes. Video games are about to be fucking free, just like porn is.
Okay, so I would say before video games, though, when the internet was in its infancy, was message boards where you could go on
IRGCs. Yep. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So you could go on there and just like talk to random people anywhere. So this is where the anonymity really played a key role in
but
people.
Most of those people didn't want anonymity. Like it was fun to meet people you didn't know.
No, I was on there.
The shitheads were there, but not as many. How about that?
I don't know. I don't know about that, because I'm telling you straight up, like, even as a 16-year-old, I was on there and getting shit talked to. I was shit talking people, not as much, but people were shit talking me, and the anonymity like was key. People were using.
But you could find community still back then.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. But you could also find shit talkers, and you could also find even when you thought you were in a safe space, it was not a safe.
You thought things were racist today.
Well, no, get
back on the early internet. Holy shit!
Oh, but you want to talk about you want to talk about catfishing people? Like it was super back in the day, right? Like
scams, catfishing.
Oh yeah. So I mean, even before video games,
Yahoo Messenger Room, baby, ASL.
So I mean, all that stuff for sure. And but that, I don't think there was no victim mentality there. There was more like, okay, cool, thanks for being a dick, and then you just move on. You know, I don't think there was really victim mentality. But when you were talking about video games, it reminded me of the game. What was the game where you could steal a car and beat up hookers?
GTA.
That was like the biggest thing for a long time. What did they have? Like 10 of them?
No, 5. They're
5.
No,
yeah.
No, it's more than.
No,
5.
they've had expansions. But
like San Andreas, Vice City, like there were actual other games. But,
so I think ultimately
6 is going to be woke.
I don't think video games really in itself cause people to be bad actors. However, if you're inundating yourself with that stuff, and like you compared it to movies, yeah, but you watch a
Right.
movie and you're done. But people were playing video
Mhm.
for like 7 or 8 hours at a time.
There's
Mhm.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't
Yeah.
fill your head with that fucking nonsense for that much time and not be and I'm not saying just one, like you did it for one marathon and then you didn't do it for a week. Like these kids were doing it for, 8 hours, 12 hours a day, and then we're doing it also the next day. That's not okay. And that's obviously
So there's like an evolution to gaming, because like older games kids could play for like 8 hours and beat the game, but nowadays you can play it for, like, depending on the game. World of Warcraft never fucking ends. They just keep expanding the world, so like
Yeah.
you have people addicted to these goddamn games. But like I was saying, the evolution of gaming and the early adopters to gaming really understood what was happening in social media before social media became a thing. Like social media has always been about 5-6 years behind gaming, and gaming's been about 2-3 years behind porn. Porn is now free because of AI and Twitter.
Yeah.
Gaming is about to become free. GTA 6 is going to be I'll mark my words. I'm going to make a declaration. GTA 6 is going to be the last major grossing video game ever made, because you're going to be able to just make your own fucking video game moving forward, and nobody's going to care.
People are doing that.
but I'm just
People are definitely already doing that.
And so what's going to happen to social media 6 years from now? Who gives a shit? We're going to go back to a time to where I don't need to see 8 billion people on the planet. I just want to be friends with who I fucking like. And we're going to go back into fucking silos and smaller online communities, which I don't know, it'll be good and bad, but it's going to be free. I don't think most of these social media companies are going to last unless they adapt to what's about to change, because I really think things are going to collapse. BBL 18, Florida. Fuck yeah, that's hot. Meta shit.
man.
Sorry,
It
audience.
So much meta.
I mean, definitely things are going to change. I mean, that's the nature of life and the nature of the internet, right? Like, I mean, went from when I was 16, we were getting on AOL.com and
Mhm.
discs so we could get free minutes, to
Yeah.
to now people can full on game. Wow, chicken just like completely disappeared off the screen. That was
Yeah, that was weird,
Fucking
man.
David Blaine.
it was
That was
crazy.
weird.
He was there and then
Weird.
not. Yeah, it was unreal. But yeah, I mean, like that's just the nature of change. Yeah, how crazy is it going to be with AI? Yeah, I mean, it's going to be exponential. Absolutely exponential. So
It's it's
But
weird.
I don't know. People really enjoy social media. I don't see it going to the wayside. Maybe maybe you're
It'll
right.
evolve.
Maybe he's right, and it does silo down to echo chambers completely. Which
Why would it do that?
well, like I said, maybe it does. I don't know. I mean, Twitter seems to be really busy now. I mean, I don't know how much of it's bots, but I mean, and people are just fighting each other.
I think
people
I think a lot
some
of it.
people enjoy fighting. Some people
Yes.
enjoy being the antagonist.
Yes.
You
Well,
know,
my-
I think
thoughts on-
that's the big thing is not just the interaction of fighting, but like if you're talking about how it gets whittled down, like take example like chat groups. Instead of putting it all out there for the world to see, you're like, well, this isn't important to everybody. I just need to interact with like a handful of people on most of this stuff. So private messaging group. Simple enough. So is that the next step where you're like, okay, well, here's this small room for just a few people, and
Sorry.
but that's going to have to expand into like with AI and
Sorry, I
the
didn't
next-
explain it well enough. Like the chasing of porn to video games to movies to what social media is going to do. No, trust me. Like, so what happened with video games and porn is you had softies come in. Like you have your normal people that are okay with things, and then whether you want to call them liberal or whatever, but like people come in and ruin the fucking industry. And then they're like, oh, we shouldn't do that anymore. We got to change our ways. So that happened with video games. That's happening with that happened with porn, happened with video games. Give me a second.
One second.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen with social media. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have government regulations come in, or corporate people come in and say, hey, we're harming kids, and they're gonna think that they're doing something for the better. That's how we're going to create the silos, because we're going to be like, well, we have to stop people from doing this. And if you want to have like this type of content, you need to join this type of group. And so you're going to silo people that are okay with everything, your ex users. And then you're like, you see what I'm saying? Like, we're going to nerf this shit down on social media to where the internet's going to be so fucking nerfed and then siloed in different little to where you're just going to want to be around people you want to be around. Because here's the thing. Yes, anger gets money in people looking at things, but what do we actually want on social media? We want advertisers, because that's how you make money. You don't make money when you're angry. You make money when you see things you want and when you're happy. So they're going to shift to a happier scenario, just like they did with video games. They quit making things bad, and they were like, look at this really cool expansion. Oh, you can have a trans flag on your fucking AR. Like, they're going to do weird shit like that to make people happy to spend more money. It's not going to be any different when you get to social media. They're going to be like, you can buy this stupid profile picture fucking adaption, or join this group for $5. Like, they're going to adapt this to make money. And people only do these things when they feel that dopamine hit, when they feel happy. And we're starting to realize it's negative when you're angry. So they're going to start removing the angry and separating people to stop the angry, so they keep the happy and keep the dopamine going to make more money. Sorry.
Okay. Well, no, I'd like to believe that, but and I'll say why I don't believe that. But first of all, we started this whole thing talking about victim mentality, like, and where that came from. Did it come through the video game? Right? Am I wrong? Didn't we?
Well, it's because soft people come in after something cool's invented and they ruin it.
Okay. All right. That's actually not.
Yeah, that's
not a bad
true, actually.
That's everything that was ever cool that you've known that's not cool anymore. It's what happened. And then now those people are all fucking victims.
Okay. All right. I mean, like, that's not plausible, right? Like, yeah.
No, that's entirely plausible.
I'm gonna do a Phil. Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Well, the thing
how would you think I'd respond to that?
Yeah.
The thing that I'm
like
curious
everything
about,
that was ever cool. Four-wheelers, they put governors on them. Fucking pussies.
Douchebags.
And now everybody that gets in a four-wheeler accident, they're all victims.
Yes.
This was ultra meta. Sorry.
That was meta.
I think the thing that I'm curious about is what a post-Trump world's going to look like. Because Trump came on the scene in 2015 and kind of lit a fuse. And
Good
it's
thing
not
we
that
won't have to know until 2032.
Oh, God.
Well, because it's not that we didn't know who Donald Trump was. He's been around for 40 something years, in the public eye, but he didn't really, the fuse was lit when he stepped into politics, and it hasn't been the same since. And I'm just very curious as to know what the world's going to look like starting in 2029. As the world kind of detoxes from Donald Trump. Because it's not just politics.
You assume he's gone in 2029.
I am assuming that, but it is not just politics. I mean, he influences things across culture, and so I'm very curious as to what a post Donald Trump world's going to look like. And I think that's going to. The reason I bring it up is because I think it's going to influence this part of the conversation.
I guess I'll kick it off, but
well,
the
only thing that I'll add, Chicken, is because I think removing Donald Trump out of the equation automatically has the potential, not guaranteed, has the potential to bring down the temperature across the board.
But I don't know if that's a good thing. I almost think you need a bad guy. So in all my experience in much of my career in hierarchy of just like managing people and keeping people engaged and keeping people working, somebody's got to wear the black hat. We've heard that
Heel.
before, right? Somebody's got to be the heel.
Mhm.
Somebody's got to be the one that everybody fucking hates. And now that he has made that fucking black hat, Tony's black hat looks like a little bitch hat compared to what Donald Trump's been wearing for the last few years. Like, we need somebody to pick up that mantle, because here's my fear is whoever does the, like, you got Donald Trump, no matter, like, you can like make whatever voice you want to, but everybody's going to sound like a fucking mouse as soon as he's out, whether it's 2028 or if he has influence after that, whatever. But they're all going to seem like a fucking mouse after that. And they're all going to seem like pussies after that. So if there is not like a dominant force in the next 2-3 years that starts to step in to fill those fucking shoes and be just as obnoxious and just as loud, they don't have to be as wrong. They don't have to be as fucking stupid, but they have to be loud and obnoxious. They have to be the black hat, and they have to not be fucking afraid of the media coming after them. If we don't have that, we're going to go back to Obama bullshit, which was fucking awful.
But who was the heel before Trump?
And that's why we
It
support.
wasn't one.
our
That's why
code.
we were fucking going through what we were going through in the fucking 2012s and 2016s.
I know, but like let's just look.
That's
like,
how
look
we
at
got
the-
DEI. That's how we got to where we are. Like everything that we just fought against. Like, as much as I want to shit on Trump about so much stuff, Trump has done a good job of pushing back a bunch of the shit that came in before him. Like that shit, that ball was rolling. There was no stopping that fucking ball. Like, he slowed it down a lot and got rid of as much as he could, as any man could. Like, I'll give him credit where credit's due. He has stopped a lot of the fucking retardation that we were starting. But that started post Bush. That was all Obama, and it just kept rolling.
Yeah,
And it'll start rolling again.
The only problem with that is the next D that gets in office, they can just roll that back with another executive order that he took it away with. So, but I mean, yeah, I agree with you completely. Like, he's as much really shitty things that he's done, especially in the last year. He did initially come in like a wrecking ball and just stopped a lot of stupid things.
That's
But I
fair.
don't see anyone in the next couple of years who's coming up. Like, who is it? Marco Rubio, Vance?
Tucker?
Like who?
No.
Tucker? Well, yeah, but even Tucker, like, I don't know. He's Tucker. Tucker's
Rubio
just.
will start more wars.
I mean, I like Massey, but of course, but I don't see him as a force.
No,
I don't see him as a force.
I think Tucker could be as polarizing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Democrats definitely hate Tucker like more than they hate Massey. Like, Massey, they like because of certain things, where they just absolutely hate Tucker. So that could be beneficial.
He's the only one on the landscape at the moment. I mean, somebody could come out of the woodwork that we don't know about.
Yeah,
at
but
the moment.
really, everyone that they're putting forward as the next one to step in line is like Marco Rubio and Vance. Like those are the people that they're saying is going to.
Here's my fear: is Trump is the right's FDR for the next like 60 years, like, and there won't be anybody after. Like, when you do a comparison of left to right, like we look back at FDR and all the shit that we were like, fuck, that was wrong. Like, he was just kept going and going and going. Woodrow Wilson, another awful one, but like a bunch of FDR shit fucked with a lot of things that we're dealing with today, in our opinion. But the lefties love it. So then you're going to look at that from the opposite skew. They're going to think of Trump as like the modern day FDR of the right. So like I think it's a once in a generation fucking person to take office. I don't think there's going to be anything.
Yeah, but here's the bad news about what you just laid out is that so just take the people you just said. You got Wilson, you've got FDR. You could add I guess in between there. Well, I would throw LBJ in there. Then you probably have to fast forward to. I mean, Bill Clinton wasn't too destructive, in terms of progressive politics. But then you certainly have Obama and then Biden. So the problem if I'm gonna, the source of my pessimism is that over time, like over our lifetimes, or even going back the last 100 years, progressivism just continues to make progress. Like the conservatism never claws back the progress that's made by a progressive era. So whether it be Obama or Biden or any of the people I just mentioned, we've never clawed back the progress and the damage that they've done. It never goes back the other way. All we do is we slow it down for a period of time. We slow it down when there's, even Donald Trump, who is a singular political figure. I think we'd all agree, whether we like him or not, he's a singular figure. He's just slowing it down. To your point, Brendan, he's just doing it all with executive orders, which can be undone instantly. So
yeah.
my
it's the old saying
concern,
that Republicans are just Democrats going the speed limit.
Yeah, kind of. But no, I guess no, I wouldn't say it that way. Maybe, but that's not my point. My point is there. I'd call them speed bumps because there's no permanence. There's no permanent. So even all the drama of all the stuff that Trump did in Trump 1 or Trump 2, there's still no permanence to it. It doesn't leave as heavy of a mark for generations the way the other people we mentioned, Wilson.
Except for the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
that's not bad, but still that's as close as you're going to get to any permanence. But if you compare the permanence that's been created by conservatism or whatever label you want to put on it versus progressivism over the last 100, 150 years, there's no permanence to it. We just lose more and more ground as the generations pass. And so that's where my pessimism comes from. Just on the cultural and political landscape.
Look at something that's been actually fairly recent, which is Obamacare. Republicans promised to get rid of it as soon as they were in office.
Right.
And
there's a million examples. That's my point.
Yeah.
It's so crushing and disappointing.
Yeah. But then the next person down the line will tell you that the government is moving right. And I'm like, what?
I think the perfect way to explain it is it's a speed bump. It just slows it down for some period of time where we get a little window of not insanity.
Yeah, but you're saying it's moving left though. Like it's moving left for sure.
I'm just saying progressivism gains more and more ground.
Yeah, we're saying
over time, over generations.
Yep. Yeah.
That seems objectively true. Just in my lifetime, which isn't very long. It's 50 years or so. Just in my lifetime, that we've lost massive ground.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I mean, I think we could just look at the last 10 years and see how much ground we've lost.
Right. Well, just in Biden's one term, look at how much damage he did.
Yeah.
And then Trump came in and got reelected on the promise that he was not just going to reverse that, but make massive projects and drain the swamp. And this time it's going to be different. And like, no, it's not. It's not at all. It's not at all different.
Nope.
So I don't know. This is where I find conversations like this really discouraging because that's really objectively true over time.
Like a bunch of victims over here.
Right. But the problem, the real problem is, and I don't know how this is what I can't quite decide how existential it is in terms of us as a country. Like, how close are we to the end? Because empires fall. So how close are we to the end? Are we 50 years away? Are we 150 years away? Like, how it's going to end. So how close are we to the end of the American experiment?
Well, there's a few different ways to determine that. Is so what kind of compromises are both sides willing to make which seems to be only one side has to make compromises. Because like this all comes down to like if you're gonna have a formed government and you're gonna allow it to completely just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, it's not sustainable. Eventually it's gonna collapse. It's gotta split, or the dollar will fail, the economy will collapse. Like something's gonna happen naturally over time. Don't know when that'll happen, but eventually that's naturally gonna happen. Now, if we're smart about it, we start thinking about, what kind of society do we actually want? Like, I don't think, like, when you think back the founding fathers of what they thought this country would be, I'm sure they thought it was going to be this great nation someday. But, like, did they ever think it was going to be 350 million fucking people trying to coexist? That is not realistic. We're not going to think
why
the
not?
same.
Well,
That's why the Federalist thought process was there, because that thought was sustainable to where, as individual states having states' rights was a thing. I think that's the only way you save us down the road is we get back to a Federalist thought process and we have states' rights being supreme. And then we reserve a few powers for the federal government to handle disputes. That's it.
Well, yeah,
and we get rid of all of the federal government shit. If California wants their own bureaucracy and this huge government in California, and they tax the shit out of their citizens for them, fucking let them go. Let them have fun. People want to live there and want to deal with that shit, have at it. If they don't want to be there, cool. They can come to South Dakota and don't pay any fucking state income tax. It's fucking great.
Agree completely, and that's the fact that the founders actually believe that a governor of a state had more power than the actual
president.
Because
that was the intention.
That was completely the intention. And I actually had an argument with a Border Patrol buddy of mine at one point, because he's like, "Oh, you're talking about having several nation states," and I'm like, he's like, "That's not the way it's supposed to be." I'm like,
that's,
"Oh, no,
that's literally what it was supposed to be."
I was like, "That's literally what it was supposed to be," because
it was like the European Union before they thought of the European Union.
Yeah, so if you go back to the content of the Congress and you go back to where they were actually debating all of this, they say "my country of Virginia," "my country of New York," because they believe that overall. Why did Robert E. Lee fight for the South? He said, "I'm sorry," because he said, "I have to go back to my country and defend my honor." So he didn't do that because he loved racism. Maybe he did. I don't know. But he went back.
He did not. As a descendant of Robert E. Lee, he was not a fan of racism.
There you go. Thank you. So he went back and said, "No, I have to defend my country," because that was an invasion for them. So the idea that the federal government has overarching power, everyone says the superiority clause, the superior clause, like they're no idea what they're fucking talking about. The federal government only has superiority when they have the right to make the law. How do they have the right to make the law? Well, then we go back to the Constitution and then we read it in plain language, and it tells the federal government where they get to make laws and where they don't get to make laws. It's pretty clear if you could actually read. It is mind-boggling how many people just like, "Oh, well, they're a constitutional scholar." Yeah, well, you can read the Constitution too. It's not that hard.
But yeah, to your question, Brandon, I think that's the only way long-term.
Yeah, I agree.
We say, I think America can continue going on this downward spiral for another 7,500 years, and somehow still
I don't know about that
and survive. It might be shorter, it might be longer. I don't fucking know. But if you want another 500 years, you got to go backwards. We got to go back to the Federalists.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you square the debt. I think that's really the biggest hurdle. Because they just keep printing, they keep fighting wars that are completely unnecessary, and immoral, and they've got to fund it, and they keep printing money by funding it. they're propping up Japan right now because they don't want them to sell all the bonds away. So, I mean, it's
Yeah, we're bailing them out now. We have
well, of
to.
course we are, because if they sell all those bonds, forget it. Our economy's
Because we're
collapsing.
fucked. Because they bought them on no interest. Because we're fucking retards.
Yes. So, if people start dropping our bonds, I mean, our economy is gonna collapse. So, yeah, I think that's our biggest national security problem, and I think that's our biggest threat to our sovereignty. Is that debt? And it wouldn't be if they didn't get to just print money like they're a fucking teenager with their first credit card.
What would a collapse actually look like? It's just a collapse of the federal government, right?
Oh, I mean, if a collapse of our economy, though, I mean, like if a collapse of the dollar, I mean, you're looking
that'd
at
be the stock
that'd be-
market. That'd be
yeah, you're looking at spending
retirement,
dollars to buy a
401k,
loaf
yeah.
of bread.
Prices would skyrocket. Like, yeah,
Money's worthless. Yeah, I mean, what do we do there? It's awful.
like a collapse would be devastating. Unemployment would skyrocket. You'd be bartering and trading locally. Gas
be-
prices would go nuts.
It'd be ugly. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi.
The only reason it would be a slow. I like when you think about a collapse like that, it would be slower for us than you would think of, like, because like we watch these Middle Eastern countries that we just beat the shit out of, but their GDP is like, $10 million compared to ours being trillions. Like so ours will take more time, which we're seeing it. What the dollar lost how much value in the last 5-6 years? It was like 30%, which is fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. None of us paid attention to that shit.
Yeah. Well, people.
How quick that shit can happen to us as a country, like as a smaller country, that happens to them in like 1 year in the cycle of their collapse. Okay, it took us 6 years. Maybe we're on track. We'll see what happens in 6 more years. Another 30% of the dollar collapse. Maybe it takes 20 years for USA to collapse, and maybe gas prices never come back. Maybe bread prices and meat prices and all this shit doesn't come back. You can control it with tariffs all you want. Eventually, fucking daddy comes home wanting his fucking money, and if we ain't got it, sorry, like.
Yeah.
If I owed Tony Soprano a bunch of fucking money and I didn't have him when he showed up, like, I know what's going to happen.
Breaking knees. Well, gentlemen, on that note, I think we're out of time for banner.
Fuck.
Okay. Oh, what's our topic tonight?
Yeah.
I think we'll talk about this cool ass voicemail that we're playing right now.
Oh, we get a voicemail. All right.
Here we go.
Hey, dads. Just calling in to hear your thoughts on the Lindsay Clancy case. Tons of bombshells today. Love to hear your thoughts.
Lindsay Clancy.
I don't.
This is she's
I
the
might know
nurse. This is one Brennan
familiar.
should know a little more because it's in his neck of the woods. It's in Massachusetts.
Is it the woman that killed her 3 kids?
Yeah, strangled him.
Oh
and then-
shit!
and then
I don't
jumped-
know.
and then
I
jumped
don't know
out a
anything
window?
about this.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fucking
hold on.
wild.
Oh, this is the chick that, like, she got put on like SSRIDs and they got off of them. Like this, yeah.
Yeah, she had like
There's a lot to
crazy
Killed
postpartum
her kids,
depression.
husbands testifying against her.
Well,
yeah.
the distinction, the defense that her attorney's trying to mount is postpartum psychosis versus depression.
Yes. Yeah.
But Brendan,
Hey.
for if you don't know, she murdered her 3 kids and then jumped out a window, and now she's in a wheelchair.
And yeah, she was not successful in her attempt.
Yeah, she's trying to murder her kids and then kill
There's
herself.
a lot of theorisms amongst people following this, whether or not
I'm
the
gonna say
husband
this
was
right now.
actually the mastermind.
Whether it was my wife, my mother, anybody in my family, if that happened, and in that exact scenario, fuck them. You killed 3 kids. Fuck
Yeah,
'em.
yeah.
I don't care. I don't care where your brain's at. I don't want to know. I don't care. You're done. I'm out.
Yeah, nobody has ever given Chris Benoit the benefit of the doubt, and he had major fucking CTE. So sorry, no, you did something irredeemable, and I really don't like if